A pregnant woman was rear-ended while waiting at a red light. Her 7-month belly slammed hard into the steering wheel. Her water broke at once. The driver who hit her ran over to explain. He got a clear look inside the car and jumped in shock. He stammered that it had been an accident. Andy stayed completely calm and said her water had broken. Peter was too terrified to speak. Andy had already worked everything out. She calmly directed him to pull the car over to the side of the road. She told him to get in the passenger seat. He would ride with her to the hospital so she could give birth. Andy said her ex-husband's name. She told Peter to start playing Jason right now.
我们不认识啊，那这冒充签字也不行啊。
我叫陆远峰，现在认识你。
Soon Andy was loaded onto an ambulance. Even in the middle of this crisis, work was still on her mind. She explained to her partners that she was stuck in traffic. Originally she had been on her way to an important company meeting. Now she could only join the call from the ambulance. Then the vehicle hit a sudden bump. Andy couldn't hold back a scream of pain. Her assistant on the other end quickly asked if she was okay. Andy said she was fine. She was worried the staff might overhear. She muted the call, blaming the noisy road. Then she started arranging things at the hospital.
一会儿到了新产妇儿医院，你问一下手术室的 WiFi 密码。如果不着急事，我先把会给看。
Peter was stunned by how calmly she handled it all. Because of the premature labor, Andy's condition was critical. Doctors immediately performed a C-section. When she woke up, Peter told her she'd had a boy. The baby was underdeveloped and had been placed in an incubator. Then he hurriedly introduced his real name. Andy cut him off at once. She knew Peter hadn't done it on purpose, but emotionally she still couldn't forgive him. If he hadn't rear-ended her, she never would have gone into early labor, and her work wouldn't have suffered any losses either. Later Peter went to the window to get a visitor's pass. He was told he had to provide his own ID. He was completely stuck. Andy's ex-husband showed up. The nurse was confused by their identical names. Then she realized their wives' names were different. She double-checked with both of them. Jason immediately caught on. He asked Peter for his wife's name. Peter said his wife was Andy. His own name was Jason. He told the nurse he didn't have time to go back for his ID. He asked the staff to figure something out. Then he left in a hurry. Jason asked the nurse which room Andy was in. The nurse refused, citing patient privacy.
我是陆远峰的小夫。
Jason then went to his ex-wife's room. Andy panicked when she saw him. She lied and said she was only there for a gynecological procedure. A nurse who had just walked in exposed the truth. The nurse said she just had a C-section and needed to rest. She still couldn't go see the baby, because he was still in the incubator. Jason believed Andy had gotten pregnant while they were getting divorced. He demanded to know why she hadn't told him. If he'd known at the time, he never would have gone through with the divorce. Jason promised he would find a way to make it up to her. Andy said that once they divorced, they had nothing to do with each other anymore. Then she went right back to work. Andy explained that she'd just given birth. Today she could only join the meeting this way. She pushed through the pain of pressing on her stomach and kept working. Even the doctor was impressed. The doctor urged Andy to get proper rest.